Today we are going to look at the idiomatic expressions. I believe that to learn a language, we need to enrich our language with a lot of vocabulary, and idioms are a good source of making it rich. So now we will be looking at some introduction of our idioms. What these idioms are. An idiom is a phrase where the words together have a meaning that is different from the dictionary definitions of the individual words. Means that they do not carry the literal meaning, they have some hidden meaning in that. And idiomatic expressions are used in communication. We use it to communicate our own ideas, feelings to others. These are useful when trying to convey a feeling or emotion. Some of them are funny and light-hearted. You see that when I heard this idiom for the first time, it's raining cats and dogs. It sound like funny, but its actual meaning is raining heavily. Next, why should we use them? Idioms add life and vitality to language. It gives some kind of we can say that enrichment to our language. Without idioms, it may seem quite a boring conversation when you are talking to others. People get the curiosity gets aroused when you are using some kind of idioms. When you are able to use idioms comfortably in your own speech and writing, then you have achieved a higher level of mastery and fluency in the language. It is believed that when you are using these idioms, your language is quite perfect. It's at the level of impressing others easily. Now we will be looking at some common idiomatic phrases and their meanings. The first one is a penny for your thoughts. This idiom is used as a way of asking someone what they are thinking about, means that peeping into the thought process of somebody. Add insult to injury. To make a bad situation even worse, means that adding more insult into somebody's injury. You are making them feel more bad about some already worse situation. Once in a blue moon, that means that very rare, something that happens very rare. See eye to eye, when two people they agree on the same point, they feel that they look at the things in the same manner, then we use see eye to eye. Next one is hear it on the grapevine. Hear it on the grapevine. You see that regularly we come across a lot of things which are said by people, and most of them are rumors. So we will be using such expressions like hear it on the grapevine when we come across some kind of rumors. Miss the boat. Miss the boat is when we lose some kind of opportunity. Many people lose opportunities when they are not ready to learn anything. Now again, the very easy one, kill two birds with one stone. When you do two things with one resource, then it is called as kill two birds with one stone. On the ball, when someone understands the situation very well. Cut corners, when you are saving something like saving money according to your budget. When something is done badly to save money, that is also called as cut corners. To hear something straight from the horse's mouth. To hear something from the authoritative source means that in a very dominating manner something is conveyed to you. Costs an arm and a leg when something is very expensive. The last straw, the final problem in a series of problems. You see that sometimes you come across a lot of problems. The last problem will be called as the last straw. Now we will be looking at some idioms which are based upon time. There are idioms like in a due course, in a row, ahead of time. We have to fix them into these Phillips. She had headaches for 4 days dash because of the tension about tomorrow's accounting test. Means that she was continuously having these headaches. So we will be using such a phrase from these set which can fit over here. He handed in that assignment dash because he wanted to take time off. We can say ahead of time because he wanted to take some time off. So he wanted to save some time. They will get their grades dash about 2 weeks from now when processing is complete. Means it will take they will get their grades when the right time arrives. Next, she has had headaches for 4 days in a row because of tension about tomorrow's accounting test. It was continuously happening with her. She was continuously having these tensions. So we are using in a row. He handed in that assignment ahead of time because he wanted to save time. So he submitted that assignment before time. So we will be using ahead of time here. They will get their grades in due course in the actual time whenever they complete their processing time. Next one is being realistic. We are done with the time related phrases. Now there are some phrases which are related to being realistic, realism. They can't have the cake and eat that too, means that they cannot have two things at one time. It makes sense. It makes some kind of sense. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. There are certain fill-ups over here. For you to share your apartment and save money, it may be some wise decision. There's no easy way to complete this task. We cannot say that there is any kind of easy way to complete this task. They party all night and still won't top grades. They were enjoying for the whole night and still they wanted more grades. We'll be looking at the answers of these sentences. It makes sense for you to share your apartment and save money. Means that it's a wise decision to save your money. So we are using it makes sense. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. There is no easy way to complete this task. They party all night and still want top grades, but they can't have the cake and eat it too. They cannot have two things together. Now we'll be looking at certain other idioms which are related to money. Money matters. Under the table, moonlighting, cheapskate. Though when you look at under the table or moonlighting, it doesn't seem to be related to money, but they are actually related to money. Steve is dash at the mall because his day job doesn't pay a good income. His boss is a dash and doesn't pay Steve enough. Joe fixes cars and sometimes makes good money if he works dash. You see that under the table is used for corruption when you take money from, we can say that in hidden manner. Moonlighting is used when somebody does two jobs again in a hidden manner. Cheapskate is when a person is not ready to spend money. Now the answers are, according to the definitions, we can put them into this way. Steve is moonlighting at the mall because his day job doesn't pay a good income. His job is a his boss is a cheapskate and doesn't pay Steve enough. He doesn't pay enough money. Joe fixes cars and sometimes makes good money if he works under the table. If he works in hidden manner, he gets more. Now we'll be looking at other activity. We will be looking at some phrases and their meanings. Chase your tail, spending a lot of time and energy doing a lot of things but actually achieving too little. Chase your tail doesn't mean that you are having some kind of tail. It's just like you are spending a lot of time but not getting that much kind of results. Whole bag of tricks, trying all the clever means to achieve something. You are doing a lot of things, you are doing a lot of efforts to achieve something. Deliver the goods, do what is expected or promised. Delivering what is expected from you. Fine tooth comb, examining something carefully to not miss out any details. Next is explore all avenues, trying out every possibility to get a result. When you look for all the possibilities so that you can have some kind of result. Get the show on the road, putting up a plan or idea into action, starting an action so that you can work upon your plan. This was all for today. Now we are done with the idioms, with the common idioms. There are many other idioms. We can learn them in some other time. Thank you so much.